The Nintendo Wii U, the successor to the Wii. With the Switch finally coming out, I felt like it's my time to give my thoughts on the Wii U. Oh yeah. Crap. Okay, so this video was supposed to come out in March when the Switch actually came out, but something happened. I plugged my Wii U in and it broke. It just held on this image with the background music playing and that's it. Come to find out, this is actually a common issue with the Wii U and there's no fix. I left a bunch of local game repair shops and they all called me back and said the same thing.
We don't have any coupons, cheap ass.
Not that.
Why did you buy a Wii U?
None of your business. Not that either.
You're luck.
Thank you. Wait, what? Yeah, something about the motherboard and I had to send it to Nintendo to get it fixed and I just didn't do that. Instead, I got a replacement and was excited to make the video in April. Then Persona 5 came out. Then the game The Sexy Brutale, which is an amazing game and you really should go try it. Then I had to write the review for Persona 5, which never happened because New Game Plus is a thing. An addictive thing. Now here we are. Better late than never. So, what are my thoughts on the Wii U? Well, I really like the idea of the Wii U. When it was first announced, I was originally like, cool, basically a large 3DS system. You know, because the 3DS bottom screen is the Wii U's tablet. I'm not a game developer, so I thought, alright, that should be easy to develop for. I mean, just transfer game design from the 3DS to the Wii U. Yeah, that didn't happen a majority of the time. Once again, not a game developer, so I have no clue about development costs, issues, or even requirements for developing for the Wii U. The games that were physically released for the Wii U were great games, albeit a majority of them were mainly based on Nintendo franchises or developed by them. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is one of my favorite games for the system. It was a great platformer that had solid levels and filled with amazing visuals that's paired greatly with its soundtrack. It also had very fun cooperative play. One of my favorite gaming memories was my best mate and I playing Tropical Freeze for several nights. When we felt we were close to the end, we just stayed up all night until we beat it. I was so tired the next day, but it was a really fun time and totally worth it. I had an idea to do a top 10 Wii U games, with this being at the top, but I then realized I actually own only 11 Wii U games. There are some games that I have not got a hold of yet, but still really want to. Although, that doesn't mean I couldn't talk about the ones I do have right now. First, let's start off with Nintendo Land, the game that came with the Wii U. Forgettable and not much to talk about, moving on. Alright, that's not really that fair. Nintendo Land wasn't much of a game, instead feeling more like a demo disc. Similar to the Wii's Wii Sports, Nintendo Land had a bunch of different minigames showcasing several aspects of the Wii U. But to be honest, I couldn't remember a single one of them. I think the overall theme of the games was a huge difference between the two. Nintendo Land was based on Nintendo franchises, very popular franchises that are still well alive and kicking. On the other hand, Wii Sports, as the title implies, had minigames based off arguably wildly popular sports. I can still guess what the motion controls are for the sports games based off the name of the sports: boxing, golf, tennis, baseball, and bowling. But I'm not really sure what the Animal Crossing minigame in Nintendo Land was about. So yeah, going to move on from this forgettable and boring mess to another one. Amiibo Festival. Holy crap. Not much to say, but I feel horrible for anyone who look at the back of the box, seeing the colorful board game with cheerful animals, and thinking, oh, it looks familiar to Mario Party, so it must play similar. No, it does not. All you do is walk around trying to get money and happy points in an almost few choice automatic path. It's honestly as boring as watching an anthill, especially as a single player experience. But like having a giant magnifying glass, having the right people to play makes it a little bit more enjoyable. You can argue that works with Nintendo Land as well. Speaking of Mario Party-like multiplayer games, Mario Party 10 was also released for the Wii U and god damn it. I know I said
the games that were physically released for the Wii U were great games,
but I hate myself, so I'm gonna go through the crap ones I bought first. This is another game that is great with the correct kind of people. If you're unfamiliar with Mario Party, players usually choose a character, go around a board collecting coins, to buy stars which are victory points in the game. In between turns, players would play minigames to get more coins. That was the classic formula, though in Mario Party 9, the game was changed to where everybody moved simultaneously in a car, and minigames would still be played but only if landed in a certain space. Mario Party 10 still follows 9's formula. I've never played Mario Party 9, but I did not enjoy 10. I still have this bias believing the older games were the best ones. The minigames were more enjoyable, and the games themselves were a bit more engaging. 10 also included a new game mode where a 5th player would take control as Bowser to chase the others. It had special minigames for 5 players, but there were a limited amount of them. The novelty kind of disappeared after I would say the 3rd time playing with friends. Alright, now for one game that I thought was just okay. Super Mario Maker. Now wait, before you close the video and before the comments come rolling in, I just want to say I don't find this game as crap. It's one of those games that have a very interesting premise. I mean, letting players make their own levels? Who didn't want to make their own video game level? Much less a Mario level. That's just cool. But it wasn't for me. It's a preference thing. The game is great for aspiring level designers for platformers, let's players, and dick makers bored of Minecraft, but I don't really fit in any of those categories. I wouldn't make any levels, but enjoy playing the ones my friends made. Like I said, it's not a game that's bad, just not my cup of tea. And if me not enjoying Mario Maker gets you riled up, well, the next one is just as bad, if not worse. Oh, I am going to get so much shit for this one, though my thoughts are basically the same as the last one. I like Legend of Zelda, though I only finished Twilight Princess. I started but never finished Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Link's Awakening, Oracle Season, and basically I'm a horrible human being with a bad habit of not finishing games I start. The thing that bores me about Breath of the Wild is the open worldness of it. I'm just not a fan of open world games. I'm actually surprised I finished Grand Theft Auto 5. I have not finished Fallout 3 and never even touched a Skyrim game. Basically I'm a horrible human being who's as boring as a game of Amiibo Festival. I do hope that I get to finish Breath of the Wild sometime soon, because a part of me is interested. It has a decent story, and I enjoy the combat mechanics. Though I am disappointed that the Wii U has nothing on the tablet screen. Now for Splatoon. It's okay. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one either. I'm also not a fan of shooters, especially ones with a focus on multiplayer, because I hate people. Well, specifically online strangers. Splatoon's single player was nice, though it didn't really do much for me. It was fun, and I especially enjoyed all the color in the game. I love games with really beautiful popping color like Jet Set Radio. I could try dissect the game some more, but I would really be out of my element. So, for me, Splatoon was just okay. Now I'm going to talk about the next couple of games bunched together because of similar aspects. Let's start with Rayman Legends and Super Mario 3D World. The main similarity between these two is that they're platformers where multiple friends can join in on the fun. Too bad scheduling a gaming night is a bitch, or people don't like hanging out with me. Either way, 4 people can all play the 3D platform levels of Super Mario 3D Worlds, while Rayman has that same amount of players with one using the tablet to interact with the 2D environment. Both are great in their own ways, such as having great aesthetics and solid levels, though both have their own problems. Super Mario 3D Worlds? Stages? Let's go with stages. Stages were just really cliche. Desert stage, snow stage, grass stage are to name a few. None of them really pop out to me, and the only level I really remember was the first time you rode Plessy the dinosaur. Rayman kinda has that same problem, but I actually remember a bit more of Rayman. Mainly some of the boss fights along with the levels where you have to attack to the beat of the music. I can't go into too much detail because I haven't finished either games. Got close, but like I said, it's difficult to schedule time for game nights, especially these 2 games. But you know which 2 games everybody all of a sudden has time for? Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. The final 2 games in my collection of Wii U games, and these mean a lot to me. My friends who actually deal with me love playing these games. We constantly try to triple star the tracks and see who's the best at Smash Bros. These are some of the best games on the system, well, at least that I own and played. I already gave my thoughts about Smash Bros. In a review I did when it first came out. As for Mario Kart 8, I can simply summarize that the graphics are great, mechanics are solid, and the new tracks are a lot of fun. I'm a bit biased on these games since they mean quite a bit to me personally. The Smash Bros. Review was put out basically 3 days after its release date. That was because of an insane gaming session with friends and trying to get the video out as quick as I can, and I'm proud of it. With Mario Kart 8, I even talked about the DLC tracks in a couple of videos, which leads to what makes these 2 games similar and why I lumped them together. A majority of the Wii U games I own have multiplayer as an important aspect. Once again, gaming sessions are a bitch, so what the hell? These two were the ones I played the most, the ones I actually dropped extra cash to buy the DLC, which is where I get annoyed and disappointed. Just gonna get this out of the way real quick. Damn it! If you don't know anything about the Wii U, it does not save anything to your online Nintendo account. Instead, it saves it to the console. I lost everything when I replaced my Wii U. I lost all my saves, which, is fine. But then I got reminded I lost all the DLC and everything I bought on the account as well. I had other games, digital games. I had Shovel Knight, Shantae, Citizens of Earth. I even had Pikmin 3. That game was an amazing single player experience, but can't really talk about it too much because I can't get any footage and now I don't own it. I'm just so annoyed with Nintendo on this. Like, why? Seriously, I don't get it. If it was all downloaded to the account, I could simply download all that stuff again and then probably talk a little more lightly about the Wii U games I own, though I don't own them anymore. Okay, I think that's more of a Nintendo problem than it is the Wii U's. Not sure if the problem's still there for the Switch or if it existed with the Wii, though still sucks that it is a Wii U feature. I also find it a bit weird that the Wii U had so many games with multiplayer aspects. You could connect various remotes such as Pro Controller or even Wiimotes, but you could only have one tablet connected to the system. I remember reading some articles stating that Nintendo was working on having the ability to connect another tablet to the Wii U, though nothing came to fruition. There's something weird about having a new console with only one distinguishable controller but still using the old console's controllers. It helps make the Wii U feel more like a Wii 2.0. I wanna like the Wii U. I do. I find its novelty and tablet gimmick to be interesting, though the games aren't anything that interesting and the ones that are just kind of fall flat for me. The whole online system doesn't help me think better of the Wii U, let alone Nintendo. Maybe it's just the games I played or what, but I'm just not a fan of the Wii U. I mean, there are a few games that make me happy that I got the console, but everything else makes me happier that I got it at a discounted price. That's all that I got for now. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the Wii U now? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.